you're new here, my name is Louise and this is my haul channel. So you will only see hauls on this channel. If you're interested in anything else, then you'll have to go to my other channel, which will be linked in the description bit down below. There's a bit that says more. If you click that, it'll come up down there. So just want to get it out here now. A few things need to get out. Okay, there isn't been much content on the other channel for a while. I'm struggling. If you look at the content on there, you'll understand. It will come. It's just work in progress. It happens. But stuff will be over there. So if you wanted to subscribe over there, things will come. So you'll be notified of when it does come. I am managing to get my haul up every Saturday at 5 o'clock. This is the one you're watching. It's the only commitment that the only thing that I've actually committed to on both channels is this haul on Saturday, 5 o'clock, my grocery haul. So, Fibro's been doing a doozy on me recently. So, you know, the food is just out the window. Everything's just not really quite happening at the moment. And I only mention that because, you know, when you do your food haul, whatever's going on in your life at the time is how you purchase your food, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Anyway, if you like somebody that talks a lot of rubbish, I'm your girl. If you want to subscribe down below if you enjoyed today's video, give me a like and comment. I do read your comments. Honestly, I do read your comments and I have been coming back, but I'm trying working. Again, work in progress. This is real life. This, you know, no airs and graces on this channel, I'm afraid. So let's get back to the haul. We got all that a bit out of the way. So I shop weekly for me and my adult son. We have a £60 budget. This week was $46.22. That's what we spent. So, you know, clearly we didn't hit budget. It was a weird one. Now I've got my list. I was doing good actually picking my shopping receipt up, but I forgot to pick my list up. So my list, I always go with a little list of just bits maybe that I've you know, we've run out of or whatever. But me and my son, we just write things out on the, we've got a board on the fridge. If we run out of something or we fancy something, it'll go on the list. So I only had a few things on the list anyway. I have no real food plans for the week particularly, maybe one or two, but not anything big. Most of it I couldn't get. In fact, I've crossed 1, 2, 3, 4 things off of the list, and there were, no, 5 things off the list, and there was 4 things that I couldn't get. So I couldn't get chili, a tin of chili. I had a tin of chili in the cupboard. I mean, if you look back through my videos, you won't even see the last time. It's been that long. It was so good. So I was going to buy a tin of chili, but they didn't have any. Cooking oil, didn't have any vegetable oil is the one that I get. If I have spray oils for like every day, but I do use vegetable oil for like if you're doing a roast dinner or a fried slice. If you're in a fry up, gotta have fried slice. So completely out of cooking oil, couldn't get that. I wanted to get some turmeric root. It did show that they do sell it in my Asda, just there was none left, and there was none of their own brand barbecue sauce, so it wasn't the best shop anyway. Plus the Fibro fog is strong, and like I said, I had no particular food plans, so the shop, you know, I always think it's not very good anyway, but I mean, we spent $46.22, so we didn't hit budget. So that extra bit I will put towards stocking up at some point somewhere. Don't know. Like I said, brain's not working, so this is all going to be over the place. You just have to deal with it. There's nothing I can do. Okay, so if I will give you prices of things as we go along. If you add it up, you will get a different total to me. That's because I'd always donate 3 items to the food bank, and I donate them when I'm at the shop, because if I bring it home to show you, it will sit in the house for weeks because I forget to pick it up and take it to the shop. So I just donate it straight away. So 3 things that I donated this week, and again, no reason for 3 things, no reason for what I buy, just random, was a jar of jam, a femcare, female products, and a tin of spaghetti. That's what I donated this week. Actually, The food bank trolley was pretty full. I was pretty impressed with some of people's choices there. They did really well. A lot of the time it's just, I'm just starting it off because I guess it's just been taken. Maybe they just didn't take it yet. But it was full and it had quite some good stuff in there. I am proper impressed at the people that donate in this town. So that's everything. It was Asda. I've got a couple of bits, new bits, literally a couple of new bits I will show you, and I'll just explain if there was a reason for anything, and I'll give you the prices. I think I've already said that once, but yeah, I repeat myself as well. So let's go with the haul. Got my trusted receipt with me because you know the prices are all up and down. Now again, I think this is the second week you've not really seen any salad stuff. I've still got a few tomatoes, 2 things of I've still got tomatoes, cucumber, lettuce. I've got loads of stuff. I don't know why. I don't know how. I can't even, my brain's not working enough to remember the foods we've been eating, but we've been eating okay, so I don't know how there's so much stuff left, but there is, so I'm not going to purchase the things I don't need. I went back to the red, they are red, yeah, red onions. I like red onions better than the white onions, but as you know, I bought the white onions, they white or brown, whatever they are, because the red ones weren't so good, but these look okay this time. They're quite large as well, and this packet is 90 something p, but I have no idea really. 95p for this packet. No particular reason, we're just running low. Now, completely different type of potatoes to ever get, to the ones you would ever see here. Normally it's the normal baking potatoes, but we've barely touched them, so I've got a whole packet still to go. These will be just for me because for some reason Corey just won't eat these. So these are what? Baby potatoes. And this was £1 for a 1 kilogram bag. I just fancied something a little bit different. The texture of these are slightly different, aren't they? I'm a big texture person. 4 pints of semi-skimmed milk, and that is £1.45. That pretty much does us for the week. And I've got apples. Now, I went with these because they were 99p. I actually did think I was going to get a really good pack, but it turns out they just put them in the wrong place, and they were £1.60, and I'm not paying £1.60. Haven't had apples for a little while. And I wanted to get some fruit, but just didn't come out with much. Again, it was just my brain's not working, so you know, we got enough food to keep us going, so it's not a big deal. But I don't like eating apples whole. I don't know if anyone else is like this. If I leave these on the side like that, they just won't get eaten. I have to cut them up into little segments and put them in the fridge, and then I'll eat them. It's the strangest thing, but you know, that's just the way it is. And okay, so right, you know how I always tell you that I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, like recipes, and then I've told you as well that those are my intentions at the time and then end up not doing them. So I still haven't done these wellness shots, and I was going to do them last night, and I got the ginger out the fridge and it was bad. I mean, not surprisingly, because it's been in there a while. So this is me committing. I've got the big bag. I've never bought the big bag. This one was £1.85 and it's for 500 grams. I have oranges still good and lemons still good. I did want to get the turmeric, like I said, but they didn't have any. It's not a biggie. I can still just do the ginger wellness shot, which would be really good because we get into that time of year. You know, the weather's very up and down, and my son, when he always gets sick in winter, always gets some sort of cold, and he just can't shift it, and he has it like the entire winter. So I'm determined. I'm going to do this. I am going to make the wellness shots in the next few days before this lot goes off, and I will record it and put on the other channel, because I've got to have a chat with you lot about on the other channel anyway. So just to, you know, update you on everything that's going on. So this is me committing to actually doing the wellness shots. Yeah, £1.85 seems a lot, but you don't really need a lot of the ginger root normally. But I also really like ginger. I know a lot of people find that this is very strong. I don't find it a strong taste at all, and I can put I didn't realise I was putting way too much in my hot water. I would do hot water, lemon and ginger root, and apparently when I googled it I was putting way too much. But you know, it's just, I obviously really enjoy this taste, so it'll be interesting to see how my son goes with this, because I don't think he's going to like it, but he will do it. Cheese. Again, small one, because I just can't pay the prices that cheese has gone up to. It's just a thing. £2.69 for this, 400 grams. It sort of is getting us just about through the week. I could do with getting a larger one, and I will when I find a deal somewhere, if I go somewhere else, or if they have a reduced thing, then I'll stock up. But at the moment, this is just what's getting us through. I always have the cheese, they call these plastic cheese, don't know, the cheese singles. I always have them in the fridge. Love them because they're individually wrapped, and I don't really pay attention to how many I have in there because I take them out of the wrapper and they go in a little drawer in the fridge. But Scott had one last weekend and I realised we're getting low, so I just picked some up. I'm thinking possibly burgers. I have burgers that I bought a long time ago, still in the freezer. Maybe burgers. It's supposed to be warm this weekend. You would know by now because it will be Saturday. Oh, so I am actually recording this on Thursday, just so you know. And this is 60 something p, I believe 65, but I am double checking everything because I don't trust my own brain at the moment. Yep, this one was 65p. I got a butter. I'm thinking of something, but I can't remember what. There was, I don't know, some sort of baking something. I don't know. If I remember, I'll let you know, but right now I don't know what it was, so I just picked this up anyway, and it's £1. Had this one before. It's pretty decent. Got a really large packet of bacon. I say it like that because I think the largest I bought before was way smaller than this. It was, I'm sure it was like the half price one. I know my words are coming out really bad, I'm sorry. Nothing I can do about it. Now I did pay a little bit more than my happy place for it, but I knew I was going to get a large one. Trying to find the price again. So this was actually £3.50, but when you worked out the weights and the smaller packets, it was a good deal doing it that way. And I'm not a huge fan of meat, but I do actually fancy like really, you know, like nearly burnt bacon. So I'm going to have some of it, and I know that if I'm cooking bacon, everybody else will want it. So yeah, I've got a large one for that reason. I just picked up another tuna chunks just because I pick one up all the time anyway. I just like to keep stocked up with it. These are 59p, and I've always mentioned it every single time I buy this. I've been buying this brand for years, and I've only ever once had one bone, and I've never had any scales, and they're decent chunks, so highly recommend that. I got 2 tins of spaghetti loops. Just thinking as it's coming up to winter, I should probably stock up a little bit with my tins. I haven't got a massive amount of tins, and these are only 19p, and they're really good. I got 4 tins of the chopped tomatoes. Now I mentioned last week about these ones and how I wanted to stock up a little bit more. Now these are the chopped ones. I do like getting the plum tomatoes. If I'm going to have a fry up, I would have plum tomatoes, but for anything else, it's usually like making sauces and things. Chopped tomatoes is actually fine, and I like the slightly more expensive one because you can get like the essentials range in this. Don't know how much they are because it's been so long, but they're very watery, whereas these have got a really thick juice to them. Now they're normally 65p if you get 1 tin at a time, but the 4-pack is £2, so I'm saving a chunk of money doing it that way, and I wanted to stock up anyway, so yeah, really that's not too bad. At least I've made some savings. Quite happy with that. I got a taco seasoning. I'm not entirely sure if I've ever tried this one. This is the Asda original. I always tend to go with the barbecue one, and it's only El Paso because Asda haven't done the barbecue one for a long time. And somebody did mention that they've only seen it in the pack where, you know, where you buy the kit. That's what you call it, the kit. But I don't want the kit, I just want the seasoning. So I'm trying the original because I'm going to do I'm hoping to do, I say it that way because a lot of the time I have these intentions and they don't happen. I'm hoping to do a slow cooker Mexican dish. I'm just thinking Mexican seasoning, some onions, chicken, peppers and rice type of thing. I do have like tortillas and, you know, all sorts of random things that you can stuff it in. So that was my idea behind that. 85p for that one. I actually don't use pasta sauces that much, but I had a couple of days this week where I was just fancying pasta. I did do the tuna pasta bake because yes, I still got those powders. If you've been with me for probably a couple of years now when I bought those, I bought some pasta sauces, powdered ones, and they were reduced to £5, so I bought a mass amount because that was something that was always in my shopping and I'm still working on them. But sometimes you just want to use a sauce, and I did use an Asda one. It was just a creamy tomato. Didn't know, found it in the cupboard. So I used that yesterday. It was very nice. So I thought I'll try this one. This is the tomato with bacon, and it's £1. So it's just to, you know, sit in there, because these things last ages. This is good until January 2025. So it will just sit in the cupboard, and that one time when you just fancy a bit of pasta but you can't bother to put much effort into it, it's just sitting there. Eggs, possibly thinking of making waffles. And I don't know where that idea came from, because I don't remember last time I had a waffle and if I enjoyed it, because it was that long ago. But, you know, like I said, it might not even happen. But I just thought it's not a bad thing to have eggs in the house anyway. And these are £1.50 for medium, 6 mediums. Oh, yeah, got another salsa, £1. I bought one last week, and like I said, if I'm going to open the jar, I'm going to eat the entire jar, and I did. So I shouldn't have bought it, but I'm just, you know, if we're having Mexican, you guys salsa, haven't you? That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. I got some beef stock cubes just because I finished beef stock cubes. Last week I bought all those vegetables, and I said I was going to put in stock pot. I did put this sausage casserole mix that I bought last week in with it. Bland, very, it was just very watery, nasty. Would never buy that again. The stock cubes are now 90p for 12. I used 3 stock cubes, and it was just really nice. So I will go with stock cubes rather than the sausage casserole mix next time. So just in case you've not tried it, my opinion, obviously, we are all different. I got a 37p garlic bread to go in the freezer, just because I remember Corey likes this, and randomly he may just fancy some garlic bread. And it's just one of those, it's a cheap, cheerful thing, sit in the freezer for when somebody wants it. Pot noodle, bought those ones the other week, still got those ones. This one is still on 70p deal, so I just thought I'd pick this one up as well. So we've got 3 different flavours. So this is the chicken and mushroom, as I mentioned last week. Some are down to 70p, some are full price, so I just pick up the 70p ones randomly when they are reduced. Just one of them, it's just, again, a nice thing to sit in the cupboard for when you're having a lazy day or whatever. And I found this. Now my coffees, I always have for work, I have my normal coffee that you've seen before, my 99p Asda's own coffee. That's what I drink in the house. But my coffees for work, I get the brand Nescafe, it's Nescafe. The Nescafe packets, I actually don't buy them. Scott buys them for me because I can't get them in my town anymore, so he purchases them for me. And it's the little individual caramel coffees. Recently, I don't know if it's just a taste bud thing or whatever, not been enjoying them, so I thought I'll try something different. These are new, so they are a little bit more expensive. This is £2 for 7, and this is a sticky toffee latte. Just thought I'd give it a go, something a little bit different. Maybe I'm just getting bored. My taste buds are getting bored of the one that I always have. They do have another one, and I was sure I was going to remember it, but of course I don't. But it was something brownie, and I'm sure there was toffee, something like that. So there is actually 2 new flavours, and they're both £2 at the moment. I found Asda's own bagel thins, quite excited about it. Now, how much did I pay for these? Because bagels are expensive anyway. £1.35 for 6, so it was actually cheaper than the other, because bagel thins, I've never seen them in a store. Store zone. I've only ever seen it in a brand, and I can't remember how much it is off the top of my head anyway. I think like £1.75, but don't quote me. So £1.35, and these are slightly less calories as well. Haven't had them for a while, and I've been starting to watch Instagram things, healthy foods. Hopefully that'll start getting me encouraged to actually do something, because I'm stuck again in my life right now. Eating better is always a good thing. So yeah, less calories means you've got to add more veggies and stuff to it. So yeah, that was my idea behind it. Who knows? Now this is I'm gonna say the word, are you ready? Christmas. Yeah. Now I don't do, like, this year particularly, Christmas isn't going to be massive in this household. It's going to be a rough one. And I don't really want to do a massive shop right on top of Christmas. Just basic foods. It's not a fun shop to do, especially when I have my 4-wheel trolley. I'm not going to fit it all in. So I like to purchase things, you know, a little bit here and there. And it just means that Christmas isn't such a big deal. Now the Pringles are £1.85 5 at the moment, which is pretty good, because I'm sure they're £2 something normally. That was the reason I picked it up, because we do like Pringles at Christmas. It's a treat. It's not something we get that often, so I thought I'd go with the flavour I didn't feel is going to be as available later on, because, you know, when people start proper shopping for Christmas, Pringles disappear real quick. So I just picked up the barbecue one, £1.85, and that'll, I've got to find a box or something. So we've officially started our Christmas stuff. Oh, I feel terrible saying it. We're only just in October, jeez. 65p, these cherry cokes, Asda's own. These are for Corey, and they're just really good. I just don't get any for me because I'm really not massively into fizzy that much. You know, when I do, I'll get one, but yeah, it's really good. I've had it, it's good. Bread. Now I had cracked into it because it was a little bit bigger because I didn't have anything, you know, I fancied this for breakfast. So when I got back from shopping, I had 2 slices, really nice. It's got a really nice filling effect, which I've not been getting from my foods. Food have not been, me and food are not in a happy place at the moment, I'm having to say. Not enjoying much of it, ever. So it was nice to have something I did enjoy. This was £1.10. I specifically fancy bread because I haven't really been eating bread so much. You know, I have bread products in the house, but not bread like I used to. And I didn't want white. I wanted something a little bit different. And I was there for ages, and this was the only one that sort of appealed. At £1.10, a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it if you're going to enjoy it. So just going with that. And I picked these up because, yes, as you can see, the yellow ticket, that was literally the reason. I do have 3 bagels left from the ones I bought the other week. Like I said, these just sit in the freezer. Like these will sit in the freezer. Most of my bread products now sit in the freezer, and I just take them out as and when because they all defrost really quick because they're quite small. But these are 56p. Now the 120, it says 125 was. That is the reduced price anyway. They are more than that normally. They are not 125. They are higher than that. I know that for a fact because the only time I buy them is when they're 125 because that's a reduced price. So 56p, if they'd had more, you can guarantee I would have picked up more. So that's just going to sit in the freezer. This is one of the new products I mentioned. Now, Corey used to be a massive fan of white chocolate, but I do this thing when I know people are a fan of something, I buy it in every version you could possibly think of till they're sick of it. So I think that's what I did to Corey. So he's not really been on white chocolate for a long time, but this is just new and you've got to try it. And I did mention it to him before I bought it because I know that I put him off white chocolate for a while, but it's been a while. I found out he liked cookie dough, so I went cookie dough mad, so we went off of the white chocolate, so maybe we'll enjoy it. You get a long explanation for everything I buy, don't you? £1.50. Yes, it is more expensive than a Happy Place for a packet of biscuits, but purely just because it's new, and there's a law, isn't there, that when you go in a shop and something's new, you have to buy it. I am joking for anybody that thinks I'm being serious there. Yeah, so that's why I bought that. I got 2 packets of the tortilla chips. Now, I would have got some cheesy ones because I know Corey likes them, but the only cheesy ones you can get in my store now, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Asda have actually stopped their cheesy ones now in this one. I know they do it in the gluten-free, but Corey's not a fan of that either. They're full price, the Doritos are at the moment, so I won't pay full price, it's too expensive. So I just got these. These are the cool ones. They're garlic and tomato, I believe. Let's see if I've remembered this right. Creamy garlic, creamy tomato and garlic, yeah. 90p a pack, and you know, just because I'm doing Mexican, and I know Corey likes like a little nacho plate as well, so I just got those for that reason. And I had to get the small pack. Look, they have the small packets, so excited. So they had the small packets, which I prefer anyway. These are 85p a packet. You've got 2 ready salted, 2 salt and vinegar and 2 cheese and onion in them, and I bought 2 packets because they didn't have the 24 pack that I normally buy. And I know Corey's not as much of a fan. He will eat them because he just likes crisps anyway. But yeah, I might have to go back and see if they've got them during the week or something. Now I bought this is so random. Now, I know I bought this about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I know that because I had to go on my YouTube to see when I bought it to make sure I did actually buy it. Corey came in asking what, you know, he's like me, doesn't like making decisions. What shall I have? And I asked him if he has had this so I could let you know what it was like. He hasn't, and we've gone through the entire freezer and it's not there. So I don't know what happened to it. I clearly know I bought it and I got it home because I did record it. But I don't know what happened to it. Unless he did eat it and he's completely forgotten. But that's not, Corey's not usually like that. So I bought another one. I could have done something strange with it. It happens. So this is a chicken breast pieces in an aromatic soy, garlic and ginger sauce with mushroom, spring onion and tender noodles. £1.75 for that. I got 2 pizza subs. These are £1.5. They're just to sit, again, a lot of this is just to sit in the freezer for if and when. I mean, I bought these a long time ago and Corey's only just eaten them, so... This was, again, a new one, and I saw it last week, but I saw it after I'd done my shop. And I really want to try it. Corey's not so sure. So it's the cheese and cranberry Chicago deep dish pizza. These are the ones you microwave. Yeah, he's not sure about it. He doesn't think it goes. I think it's going to be good. But yeah, we will let you know. And I got a different pizza. Again, this is the barbecue chicken pizza. This is £1.50. It's topped with tender seasoned chicken breast, sweet mixed peppers and a smoky barbecue sauce. And I apologise, I'm starting to get the shakes. We're nearly done though. I got frozen blueberries this week, £2.50, 350 grams. I felt like when I held it up, it feels like it's more than the little packets and they're over £1. And I just feel like, I don't know why I bought it. I don't know what I'm even saying now. I don't feel anything. They're blueberries and I wanted blueberries and I got the frozen ones. Don't know why. So I hope you enjoyed this week's haul. I hope I got all the words right. I know last week I told you all, you know, the fog is strong right now. We're going through a bit of a flare. So there's not a lot I can do about it. I'm not going to cut them all the bits out. If I've made mistakes, I'm just going to keep them in like I did last time. But actually when I edited last time, I don't think it come across as much as I feel it in my head. It feels like it's a lot worse. So maybe I'll edit this and it was okay. But I'm just letting you know now, and I'm not going to cut this out because I'm not. If I did make mistakes or I went a bit weird in my words or whatever, that's just fibro and it happens. It's real life. So, and if you didn't, then it's fine. You're good. I'm good. So Saturday... Trying to think, Saturday, I'm doing really well getting this up today. I was very determined. I want to have a relaxing day tomorrow. I need it. So it's Saturday for you, and I think the weather's saying it's going to be like 24 something in England. So hopefully you've managed to get out, get in the sun. Anybody in the world, if the sun is out, go out and get some natural vitamin C. It helps with the mood. The sun is actually sort of a little bit, so I'm going to go and sit in the sun in a minute. It's cold, but I'm going to go and sit out there and get some vitamin D. It's never a bad thing. I am going to go now because I have nothing to say of relevance anymore right now. So I am sending out good vibes as I always do. I hope you're catching some, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.